Recently on social media, mainly Facebook, I've been seeing people commenting on others who use the spoon theory. And the spoon theory is if you are unable to do something and you don't necessarily have a reason, or you have a physical or mental illness that prevents you from doing so, we'll say that you don't have the spoons to do it. The theory is that every day you wake up with a certain amount of spoons. We'll say 5 for this example. And we'll say getting out of bed itself can take 1 spoon. Showering for the day can take a spoon. Getting dressed for the day can take a spoon. Even having to feed yourself can take a spoon. Going to work can absolutely take multiple spoons. And this is obviously different for everybody. Someone who is extroverted, it may require them no spoons to go out to a party, whereas someone who is introverted can require 3 or more spoons to have to go to a social event. So that being said, not everybody uses it. Some people who do use the spoon theory have a chronic physical illness, and some who use it have mental illnesses, and I'm sure some who use it are neurotypical and have no chronic illnesses. Going back to my first sentence of this video, I have been seeing on Facebook typically people commenting on those using the spoon theory and simply saying, do you have a chronic illness? And while this question may seem simple enough and harmless on the surface, I feel like it's only doing more damage than good in the long run. Because typically what the people who are commenting that are saying is, please only use the spoon theory. Please only mention that you do or do not have spoons to do a certain thing if you have a physical illness, a chronic physical illness, such as lupus. And I can't even think of any more at the moment. Chronic fatigue is another one. And I don't think that's right for a couple of reasons. The first one is one that a lot of Americans like to just simply say in other comments, HIPAA. Yes, I am an American. No, I don't know what HIPAA stands for. I do know, however, that it is spelled HIIPA and not HIPPA. But the simple fact of the matter is that you do not have the right, unless you are someone's doctor, to question their physical or mental health, their family history, anything of the sort. You don't have the right to that information. Plain and simple. So that's the first issue that I have with that. The second is I really do not think that you have to have a chronic physical illness to use the spoon theory. And maybe I am biased because I do use it and I don't have, as far as I know, a chronic physical illness. I have, besides obesity, that is obviously, but I do have several mental illnesses. I have been diagnosed with ADHD, anxiety, and PTSD. And so mainly because, and bipolar disorder, sorry, that's a recent one. So mainly because of my ADHD is why I use the spoon theory, because executive dysfunction. I simply sometimes just do not have the capacity to make the bed, for instance. It's not that I'm too lazy to do it, because I could in turn put clean dishes away, which would take about the same amount of effort. It's not that I am unable to because my arms are too short to reach across the bed. It does feel like that with the fitted sheet sometimes, but the fact of the matter is I can still do it. It is just sometimes, most of the time with a lot of tasks, I just simply cannot do it. I don't know why that is, except for, telling you executive dysfunction, which is a common ADHD symptom. um, so yeah, I think that it is important to not ask people for their medical history and just give people the benefit of the doubt. If you believe that only people with physical illnesses should be using the spoon theory, I simply don't agree with you, and that's fine. There are others who do agree with you, and that's fine. But I think it's an issue when you are trying to hold someone else to those standards. And we see this throughout modern history, at least, with various things, such as people saying, oh my gosh, my room is so messy, it's really screwing with my OCD, when they've never been diagnosed with OCD. Or being like, oh my God, my girlfriend is so bipolar, when she's having mood swings and she's never been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Yes, there are issues with using those. I think that is very different from trying to call somebody out from using the spoon theory. Because at the end of the day, people who are saying, I don't have the spoons for this, they're not making a joke out of mental or physical illness, unless, of course, they're being a troll about it and are saying it to be a dick, in which case that's not even relevant to the point that I'm making at all, because those people are just, there's really no helping them, and just do not engage with people like that for any reason. So, yeah, if you have a chronic physical illness, I seriously feel for you, because me being obese makes it hard enough to do physical things, but that is, for me specifically, self-implemented. It is my own fault that I am obese. So, therefore, I don't think of that as a chronic physical illness. A doctor may disagree, and you may disagree. That's fine. You get to decide for yourself what is and isn't a chronic physical illness, what does and doesn't prevent you from doing certain tasks, and you get to decide for yourself if you want to use the spoon theory. 99% of the time, people aren't using it maliciously or to make fun of those with illnesses. We just simply are trying to explain why the dishes haven't been done yet. Thank you for watching.